Over a few short years, the calm, serene beaches of Cuba were turned from this to this. This was due to one man's revolution. Fidel Castro.
November 12, 1946. Fidel Castro, studying law at the University of Havana, delivers a moving speech exposing the corruption and violence of the current government.
As you know, we have the full power in Cuba. The revolution destroyed all the enemy army after a hard fight. And when we took the power, which were our systems? Free press to everybody.
Castro ran for election to the Cuban House of Representatives. The elections were never carried out because the dictator, Fulgencio Batista, halted them and ended democracy in Cuba. This was perhaps the defining moment in Castro's life.
July 26, 1953. Fidel Castro gathered 165 revolutionists and placed them in an armed uprising against the military dictator Fulgencio Batista. The mission to capture Moncada barracks failed, with Fidel Castro being captured. He was then sentenced to 15 years of imprisonment, but was released in 1955 by Batista.
December 2nd, 1956. Castro immediately went into exile in Mexico, where he began to train a group of revolutionaries called the 26th of July Movement. In December 1956, Castro's forces invaded Cuba. The rebels suffered losses, but many were able to escape to Sierra Maestra, a mountain range in southeast Cuba. From there, Castro was able to direct his revolution. Over the next 2 years, he gained increase in support from the Cuban people, and on January 1st, 1959, Batista fled the country.
Castro didn't like the dictatorship by Batista. He killed almost 100,000 Cubans in the revolution. Methods of killing were guns and other military arms. Anyone who stood in the way of Castro was captured, bound, and killed in an execution line. Many who tried to escape drowned in the cold waters.
While many argue Castro's revolution was a positive step for the country, it cannot be denied that his unconventional and brutal methods left a permanent scar on Cuba, one that will never be forgotten.